You could have been left the victim, but through your power, activism, and vengeance, you are holding everyone accountable for their injustices. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Your enlightenment and your abundance brings people out of delusion. It brings people out of an intoxication and stupor that they have been in. Welcome in. Your enlightenment is rare. Your intelligence is rare. Most people are not intelligent. Most people are superficial idiots. You could have been left feeling like a victim in this 11th house, in this community, in this association where you were looking to actualize yourself. You could have been left the victim because there was a situation where your rights may have been obstructed. There may have been injury or harm. No one was expecting you to, through power and activism, to get your vengeance. They were not expecting you to retaliate. They were not expecting you to hold them accountable for their wrongdoings. They were not expecting you to punish them. Welcome in. Hello, how are you? Honor everything that have made you who you are today. Even all of the situations where you were harmed and injured. Find strength in surviving your traumas. You were clearly in the right. Your people will find, especially these people who are intoxicated and in a stupor, they're disconnected from reality, especially this tarot reader. You have been coming around a lot of people who are under heavy delusion, disconnected from reality. So your enlightenment and your abundance can be very polarizing. It is high voltage. You're shocking people into awareness with your abundance. You might even say anything. People were not expecting you to get the truth. People were not expecting you to punish them for their wrongdoings. People were not expecting you to hold them accountable for their wrongdoings. You could have been left a victim. You could have been left at that place of harm and injury. But you were empowered. You are unobstructed from this. These people were so toxic. This is why it's very polarizing, because you are restricting the vibration. You're making it very clear that there is a difference between them and us. There is a very big difference, and it's clear. These people have clearly been unjust. They've clearly been wrong. They've clearly been injuring you and harming you because they did not like your focus on liberty. They did not like your focus on your individual rights, your emphasis on culture and intelligence. Your demand for reason and rationality. Your observation and scientific methodologies. You being inclusive and making all religions and genders and sexualities welcomed. They hated your demand for reason and rationality. You are very emotionally balanced. You have compassion for these people because you realize that they have been in an intoxication and stupor. When they come around you and get that voltage of enlightenment, It is a shock to their system. That toxic state of being that they were surviving in, they are now witnessing someone who's thriving and abundant and enlightened. These people could not take your abundance. They hate to see you prosperous. They hate to see you taking care of yourself. They hate to see you with everything that you need and want. They hate to see you looking good. They hate to see you doing well. Some of you guys have been in a community, in a network, some type of association where you have been looking to actualize yourself. Networking events, networking opportunities, where these relationships could have resulted in synergetic relationships. They could have resulted in a new way of functioning, a new way of relating, a new way of loving, a new way of being. With cooperation, these synergetic relationships could have given birth to something that has never been seen before, a new ability. But these people have been so unjust and so resistant to rationality and reason. They project a lot onto you. You will be met with a lot of people who are in an intoxication and stupor, and they will project onto you when they come into your enlightenment. People want to reject things that make sense so much. Some of these people, it wasn't even about your looks. It was about something that you shared that represented your intelligence, your culture, your reason, your rationale, your diversity and inclusion, your liberty and your individual rights. These people shouldn't, women shouldn't talk this much. LOL. Women with money have a lot bigger voices and a lot more choices. Ha ha. Clown, clown, clown. You can get out. Some of these people, it was not about your looks. It was about your enlightenment. They cannot take an empowered person who is intelligent. Intelligence equals isolation. Some of these people, they wanted to stop your liberty. They wanted to stop your rights. They wanted to stop your access to technology. Some of them stole your cell phone. Some of them stole your laptop so that you can have access to information, so that you could modernize yourself. You're clearly right. They were not expecting you to retaliate. They were not expecting you to bring justice. They were not expecting you to punish them for their wrongdoings. They were clearly salty as hell and clearly trying to obstruct your rights. Some of these people hated you for having a synergetic relationship, a romantic love, where this person has come in and have reflected consciousness to you, made you whole, and this synergetic relationship resulted in a new way of being for you. They can't stand that you are interracial. They're so jealous that you have a wealthy partner. They hate your home and its new way of being in this different way than their toxic home that they come from, their scarce home that they come from. They know that through technology, power, and activism, you guys are engineering. You guys are producing at a high degree. They cannot handle your power and activism. They cannot handle your truth serum. They hate that the truth came out. there will be a lot of resistance, right? These people were clearly deceptive. They've been strategizing, doing a lot of fighting, and obstructing behind the scenes. People who have been obsessed with you and trying to destroy your dreams and potential. Paige. Offended by intelligence. Offended by your individual rights and your liberty to have a different approach than theirs, to have a successful home. You're clearly unsuccessful and you're clearly obsessed. These people were not expecting you to bring this to justice. What? Slow Mobius? You sound slow. Angry that you're abundant. People are very offended. The proof is in the pudding. There is nothing left to prove. The abundance is the proof. The activism is the proof. The empowerment over your base motivations is the proof. Some of you guys went into a period of solitude so that you can find where the resistance is coming from. There have been a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot of people who have been obsessed and intoxicated with trying to destroy your dreams and potential. These communities and networks through the 11th house have not been wanting to see you actualize into your true potential. Okay, have a nice life. Because we don't even know you, friends. You too. Goodbye. Losers are pouring in by the boatload. There's a zombie apocalypse in these 11th house organizations and communities. Let your light shine. Don't back down. You're clearly in the right. There's a lot of people who hate to hear the truth. They hate to see how you reason, how you rationalize. They hate to see you emotionally balanced. They hate to see you abundant and confident with the things that you need and want. You'll need to be very mature about these situations, because all of these people will do is project constantly. You're clearly in the right. Their projections will lead to injury and harm. Their strategizing, their fighting and attacking is dangerous. Use caution. Be concerned. Because these people cannot take responsibility for their own well-being. They're clearly toxic and they hate you for being beautiful. They hate you for having financial security. They hate you for being well off. They saw that you had a better life than them, and it represented that you made better decisions in your life. So there will be resistance. There will be fighting. These people have not been able to accept that they have just been in intoxication and stupor, and you are their leader. You are their authority. These people have a very, very big issue with authority. Maybe one day you won't just be in the same room as us, that you'll actually be at the same table as us. These people have had a really big issue with your enlightenment and how it has led to a better decision making for you, how it has led to a better life for you. Some of these people that you're coming into contact with in these communities and networks, you're looking to collaborate, looking to partner, looking to bounce off ideas. This community will be very polarized because you're clearly right, you're clearly their authority, but they hate to see it. Some of these people are actually crazy, actually upset about something that has nothing to do with you, actually projecting and not taking responsibility for their own well-being, stalking you, obsessed with you, and you've never had a conversation with them. They see you making better decisions for yourself. They see you operating differently than they, and they're trying to justify doing something irrational. The CEO or somebody is actually crazy, especially if they've gone to prison. Some of these people, they've gone off and they've chosen weaker and less fortunate people, and it was very obvious. They're actually irrational. They're actually crazy. They rejected your scientific methods. They rejected your legitimacy. They rejected your, I'm hearing something about you revising contracts. These people have been hiding the fact that they've been fighting you. They're actually crazy and irrational. Somebody's name starts with letter Q. Some of these people in this community are getting left behind, and they cannot take you making continuous progress and improvement. So because they're not empowered to make rational and sound decisions, because they're not intelligent enough, they will try to justify doing something irrational, whether that results in a fight or that literally results in them in some type of self-imposed restrictions. Some of you guys will need to be very mature about this polarized community, because some of them are literally getting left behind and they're irrational or they're just offended. You have been restricting the vibration. Don't dim. Don't hold back. Dive right into this. Something that you're doing, sharing an enlightenment, something that you're doing that is for power and activism. Those who are not empowered and those who are not active are getting left behind. Hi, Megs. These people are getting left behind. They hate the fact what you're creating through technology, what you're creating through your synergetic relationship, maybe even a romantic relationship. These people who are fighting and attacking, who are on the jelly team, they're literally irrational and they're getting left behind. They're salty as hell and they see you. You're clearly the one in the right. You're clearly the one making like continuous progress and improvement. And these people are very harmful to be around. They're harmful to themselves and they're harmful to others. They're very unpleasant to be around as well. So if you go around a community of people and you just don't want to be around them, you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to associate with them, you don't even want to and some of these people you literally have never talked to before or never had a conversation. I'm hearing barely 4 words and they're so angry and fighting you because you're abundant and enlightened and you are making continuous improvements. People hate to see you. Hi, girl, Karma Queen. People hate to see you moving on with your life. Some of these people, they could not keep up. There wasn't a secret competition and they lost real bad. Can you keep up? No, you can't keep up. And then the truth coming out as well as punishment and retaliation for their wrongdoings. Not everybody gets access to the winner circle. Some of you guys, your enlightenment is very polarizing. You're making it very clear that it's a big difference. You're making it, we're not going to dim our light. We're going to dive right into this intelligence. We're going to dive right into this enlightenment. We're going to dive right into this reason and rationality. And the people who are not rational, the people who don't make sense, the people who don't use scientific methods, the people who are not intelligent or have culture are getting left behind. There's nothing left to prove. The proof is in the pudding. They hate to see your security, your wealth, your intelligence. They hate to see your possessions. They hate to see you getting affection from your synergetic relation. They hate to see your art, your beauty, and your indulgences. You come around and you wake them up from a stupor. They're shooken. So they will they grow so discontented, they will start fighting and attacking. Some of them, they just are offended that you don't want to be around them. Offended that you don't want to talk to them. Completely ignoring some of these people. Some of them will be so angry that you don't want to talk to them. Some of them, especially some romantic partners that you reject, an Aries or Capricorn. Some of these partners are so angry that you don't want to, you don't want to be involved with them in that way. They feel so rejected. A lot of these people have major rejection issues. Thank you, Leave the World. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, Prada. Prada or nada. Okay. Y'all, these people hate the fact that some of y'all in this community of people, they hate the way your hands move and the way that your hands are. They hate your nails being done. They hate they hate you living a soft feminine life. Some of these people, they have been, strategizing around you because they know that you have a wish fulfillment. Some of these people, they hate that they can just sense that you're in wish fulfillment, even if you never said anything to them. Through this community, wherever you are, through this community where you're actualizing yourself, don't worry, they're not going to win. These haters in the community who are trying to polarize and fight behind closed doors, they're not going to win. You're literally getting your wish fulfillment they're getting left behind. It's already clear. Befriend the polarized. Dive into this deeply because people do not want to talk about this liberty and individual rights. We're not going to normalize you obstructing my rights. We're not going to normalize you attacking my family, my property, and my life. We're not going to normalize you trying to strategize this duplicity. We're not going to normalize, listening to a loser. We're not going to hide behind this fake shit. It's clear who has wealth, security, and possessions, and it's clear who's a fucking loser. We're not going to pretend that one isn't better than the other. We're not going to pretend that you ain't a toxic flop. You're clearly unpleasant to be around. You're clearly unreasonable. We don't need to talk to these people. Some of these people who you just don't want to be around, don't be around them, y'all. Don't. They just offended because you they can see that you're in wish fulfillment. They can see you having a better life than them. And they so offended that you don't want to associate with them. They feel inferior, and they should. No, we don't want to be around no toxic idiot who keep talking about the Real Housewives and keep going to get BBLs. We don't want to talk about that. We don't care about this shit. We care about intelligence. We care about modern thought. We care about new insight. We care about reason and rationale. Stop trying to justify something irrational. You don't make sense. There is not on any planet where you're going to justify obstructing somebody's rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness because you don't like the way another nigga talk. It's not our fault that you're in an intoxication and stupor. It's not our fault that you ain't got no hustle. It's not our fault that you're not beautiful. It's not our fault that you don't have art. It's not our fault that you don't have food. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. Got a problem? Solve it. Step. Feeling froggy? Leap. We have the right to defend ourselves. Anybody in this community that wants to attack and fight, come for the throne, touch my crown again. And it's on like a pot of neck bones. Don't hesitate. Let loose on their ass. Because the next motherfucker that try it, come for our life, liberty, and our pursuit of happiness, is gonna get it the worst. Because you are intoxicated and a stupor and you're literally dumb. It's not our fault you a fucking idiot, clown. It's not our fault you don't make sense. This tarot reader, you're an idiot. I don't listen to that shit. Don't nobody want to hear no motherfucking BBL, something irrational. I don't give a fuck about no Real Housewives or a reality TV show. This is real life. Are you dumb or dumb? People will literally try to fight you because you choose to make better decisions for yourself. Sorry, cut from a different cloth. Don't blame me. Blame your dumbass mama. Blame your stupid, your own, blame yourself. It's your decision making that got you in a shitty position. Stop trying to obstruct someone else's liberty in their life and trying to stop them from making continuous progress and improvement in their life. It's not our fault that you're stuck, flopping, dropping, an idiot. Get out. You're not welcome. This enlightenment is very polarizing because the idiots who are the low vibration are not welcomed. You offended? Goodbye. Don't care. Very emotionally balanced. We don't want all these toxic idiots around us. Purpose over popularity. These people are going to hate to see you abundant. Bag secured daily. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that you spent your 24 hours watching Real Housewives and we spent ours searching for information and technology. There's a big difference. They will not win. Some of you guys, this is a past situation, but for others, this is you are moving through and having to strategize against people who see your abundance, who see your power, and see your wish fulfillment. You are getting it. They are getting left behind. Some of these people, you're not even aware of them, and they're behind the scenes hiding the fact that they hate you. You've never talked to them before. Never said 2 words to this tarot reader. We've never had a conversation. There is no beef. You thought that we were going to be left a victim. Injured and harmed by your stalking obsession with my beauty and my brains. That shows that you're not beautiful and you're not intelligent. There's a big difference between me and you. Stop trying to obstruct somebody's liberty because you're a fucking clown. Don't worry though, because you just gave me everything that I needed to mature myself, learn healthy boundaries, limitations, and lessons, So now that anywhere I go, I can protect my life, my liberty, and my art. Keyword, art. Your art called, whoops, you don't have none. Where's your beauty, art, and food and indulgence? Where's your abundance? Where's your rational reasoning? You don't have none. We can see from a mile away a loser, and we know to stay away from them. Toxic people will be very angry in this community. They will be hiding the fighting. But you need to use your caution, exercise your healthy boundaries, and be realistic. There is some concern to have, but I see you approaching this with a lot of emotional balance, and your wish fulfillment will happen. This is the end. It's a wrap. You guys, whoever this is this new person. Okay, I'm hearing somebody about a roommate. Okay, this new person. I'm hearing something about them. I'm hearing something about these people. They getting tomatoes thrown at them. I'm hearing they trash. Their work is trash, and something about you come through, and you are executing flawlessly. Your work is flawless. You are super accurate, scary accurate. This is my old phase. Okay? Ain't nothing to worry about. They're getting tomatoes thrown. I'm hearing they boo, you suck. Whoever this is in a roommate or in this community where you're working, I don't know where you are, but this person, somebody here, they see your abundance. Use your caution. I'm going to tell you that right now. Somebody here is very, especially if you're living in a home with somebody, your passions, keep your shit locked up. Okay? Because a lot of people will steal, kill, and destroy. Stealing your possessions, stealing your technology, stealing your wealth, your abundance. Things that, I'm hearing family heirlooms, rings. These people, they hate to see your stuff because it reflects your enlightenment. This tarot reader was stealing your longings. And the truth came out. They were not expecting you to retaliate and hold them accountable for their actions. They were not expecting you to get justice. Your abundance is the justice. But to be continued. I hope y'all didn't think that y'all was going to get away with that shit. People thought that, big miscalculations. People thought that you were going to be without wealth, security, beauty, art, and possessions because they were stealing it. They thought that you were going to be without. Whoops. Big miscalculation. Thank you guys for joining me. Protect your union. This is a never seen before union. You and this person come together, whoever this is, the divine masculine, the way y'all is coming together, your man. Child, this is a never seen before co-creational, synergetic relationship. And people are going to be big mad. Big mad when they see your divine counterpart. Some of them, they knew who your person was all along, and people have been trying to throw resistance so that you can't get close to them. But they don't want you. Okay, these divine masculines, they don't want nobody but you. And these people have been desperate. Okay, these people have been desperate to steal from you, to strategize against you, because you have you've polarized yourself away from them to a lot of degrees. It's a lot of difference, a lot of distance between you and these other people. They hate to see it. Okay, I don't know what I'm even saying at this point because I'm so tired. But I wish y'all well. Be safe out there. Use caution with Saturn. Keep your shit locked up. Keep your shit to yourself. Stay to yourself. And your wish fulfillment is here. I don't see anybody with all these lessons with Saturn. I don't see anybody. You're unfuckwittable. So whoever these is in a house or a community or a job that see you empowered every day, oh baby, if they try it, it's gonna be their worst nightmare. Ask the tarot reader. Ask the last person who tried us. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.